Hello and welcome to this latest Star Wars unboxing video. So yet another box of old Star Wars toys for us to have a look at, and just peeking in the box here, by the look of it, well, there's quite a selection of stuff in there for us to go through today. So that is going to be the subject of today's video. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing that came out of this latest box of vintage goodness was this one, which isn't actually that vintage, is it? Let's be honest. So this is the 300th edition Boba Fett figure, and I picked this one up because it's just so lovely. The Cloud City backdrop I absolutely like. Made a big point about with rocket firing backpack, which made me laugh. This was quite an early one. And it's interesting that they put on the back here. So the first figure was Luke, the 100th was Han and Carbonite. Then you had the 200th, which was Mara Jade, and number 300 they had as the Boba Fett in the year 2000. And that's why I picked that one up, because it is quite a nice figure, that one. Next thing I've got is this, which is actually a black hole toy. So it's a wind-up walking Vincent. So Vincent was the main robot from the black hole. This is released by Mark's Toys, and I remember this being quite a nice little item. There he is. So there is Vincent, and in the box there, I'm going to put them out, but they've got a couple of guns that go on the front there. That's a really nice item. That's a little wind up Vincent toy. As you know, I do love a bit of black hole and Tron, so the odd piece has crept into my collection. Next we've got another mini rig. So this is a Kenner, and it's the tripod laser cannon. Now this one is also sealed. Yeah, it's sealed at both ends, so I can't get this one out to show you, but it's a really nice crisp box on this one. No sign of any Palitoy stickers like one of the ones we saw last time, which was a normal Kenner release, but for some reason had a distributed by Palitoy sticker on it. Shows some of the other little mini rigs there. As I said, I was never a massive fan of them, but I don't mind them. Let's put it that way. I don't mind them. And yet another mini rig. So this is the vehicle maintenance energizer. This is a foreign language one because it's got the French writing on the back. So this is like a tri-logo version of this one. It is also, this one's not sealed. Okay, so we can have a look at this. So here we are. So this looks like it's unused because there's the bits and bobs on the tree there with the instructions and sticker sheet. And there he is underneath. Yes, I'm not going to bother getting them all out, but it is all there, and it looks like it's a nice box one of that. Yeah, really common piece this. I don't think it's very difficult to get your hands on a nice one of them. None of the mini rigs are too expensive to collect, are they? Now the next thing we've got is a couple of modern items. So this is modern-ish. I say modern, it's still 20 years old. This is a box of Topps candy heads, candy containers. They look like they're all, there's 4 different ones in there: Yoda, Chewie, C-3PO and Darth Vader. You can just sort of make out the heads in there. That's sealed. That was a top set for Topps Island in 1995. That's quite nice. And we've got another fairly modern bit. This is just another Easter egg. I've got loads of these, it seems. This is a Kinnerton one again from the mid-90s, 1996, with a little diorama on. Quite nice, you know. This was interesting. This was in the box as well. This was a USA Fruit Loops cereal box, and this is the one that you bought 2 proofs of purchase to get the Han Solo Han Solo in Stormtrooper outfit mail away figure. So that's why I kept this one. I mean, I don't collect the modern figures at all, but this was really nice packaging in that, and I thought that's actually really quite good. That so that was from back in 1995. That offer with Fruit Loops, amazing, isn't it? Then we've got this, which is a black hole jigsaw, a black hole puzzle. This one's of the Cygnus. This is sealed, this one. It's a USA one from 1979. I'm not sure who published this, but I believe it was Whitman, and there we are, yeah, Whitman, the same people who did the books. So these are obviously quite hard to get in Britain because A, they're heavy, so they would have had to have been imported, and B, they weren't actually sold over here. We had Waddington's black hole jigsaws, the same as the people who did the Star Wars jigsaws. So you know, quite nice to have this, and I'm sure there's more in the range. I'm saving my best bit to last. So this next one is this one. So this is a plastic Star Wars lunchbox. So they did plastic ones and they did metal ones. This is one of the plastic ones. This hasn't got anything inside. It's a thermos, so it would have had a thermos flask in it, although this one is sadly missing that, but it's a really nice piece all the same. Any sort of, it says a Canadian thermos, so this is a Canadian one. God knows how it got into Britain, because someone probably brought this one into the shop, and that's when I grabbed it. But I really like it. I really like the artwork on the front as well. Particularly anything with a dewback on is my bag. I love that. And we've got another one here, and this is a bit dusty, but it's cool all the same. So this is a Darth Vader thermos, and this is a thermos lunch neck, rough neck lunch neck, and you can sort of see some stuff on the back there. This is Britain, so it says made in England, and I can hear something rolling around inside. And yeah, this is the matching thermos flask. Quite nice with the sticker on. That's pretty cool. And this next bit I absolutely love because it's what I had as a kid, and that's my Palitoy Land Speeder. So we have already seen the American Kenner Land Speeder with the pop-up bonnet, which was readily sold over here as well. But this is the British Land Speeder, and this has a lot of nostalgia for me because this is the one I had when I was growing up as a kid. I had this one, the Death Star, the Cantina. They were my three main play sets, as well as I had all the figures. I never had the Falcon, I never had the X-Wing, not until a little bit later on. So, shall we see what it's like inside? I can't actually remember. So, I can see a cardboard inner, so that's good news. Yeah, so it's got the cardboard inner. No actual instructions. So, did this one come with instructions? I reckon it probably did, even though all you had to do was lift it up for that gliding action there. So, there we are. What a great toy that was. I absolutely loved it. And this is the, as I said, the solid bonnet version, which was made in the UK. For me, one of the best toys I ever had as a kid was this original Land Speeder. So if you do ever get the chance to get the British one over the American Kenner one, I would suggest it. I know there are people, and I've got to admit, I can see the attraction. There are people who focus collect just Land Speeders, because there's actually, this is one of those ones where there's lots of different versions. There's like the French Meccano, there's a Japanese one, I think. There's probably 6 or 7 different versions of the Land Speeder that you can get, including, of course, the Sonic controlled one, which sadly I don't have. But out of all my Star Wars pieces, this original Palitoy Land Speeder is amongst my very favourite, and I absolutely love it. And that is that box emptied. So there you go, that concludes this latest unboxing video. I hope you've enjoyed the stuff that we've come across today. So if you have enjoyed the video, do please give it a thumbs up. Do please subscribe for regular vintage Star Wars content. I still have loads and loads still to unpack. I have recently found my Palitoy Death Star. It wasn't in the greatest of shapes. The box is fantastic, but the inside is a little questionable, so I'm not really sure what to do with that one, whether to possibly unbox it on film for you here for you all to have a look at, and then see what the hive mind says, what the best course of action would be. I've also got a stack load of vintage magazines as well. There's autographs, and I'm going to get all my carded figures back out because I really need to come up with some sort of solution about what to do with my carded, which ones I need to sort of perhaps upgrade, swap out. I might get some graded. I'm thinking about doing that. And then my loose collection. So at the moment, for many years, I've just had my collection just in this cabinet here. which is great, but there's so many really cool ways that you can display your collection now, sort of the first 12 or 21 in like their own custom built display case with like a card back outer rim. So I'm looking into doing that. So that's something else I'm going to be having a look at, and I'm going to film the entire progress from getting through those figures, maybe upgrading a few because a few are not quite as nice as I would like, and then sourcing the new frames and put them into situ. I think that's going to be a lot of fun as well. So look out for all of that in the future. Until next time then, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.